What's going on, y'all? Wanted to share a quick testimony with you guys. When I was 20, 25, 26, I believe, I was just getting out of prison around that time, and I was going to the church up the street from me, right? And I was familiar with the church. I've been there a few times, but never really committed to it. But it was a good church, man. It was real. It was genuine. It was authentic. And great bishop, man. Awesome dude. True to the Lord. True to the word. Everything. And I was just sitting there with Mama Kim. You know, she was like a mom to me. She was always there for me, you know, even when my mother passed away. So I remember just sitting in church and everything was just beautiful, man. And after the service was over, this lady walked up to me. Had no idea who she was, never seen her before. She walked up to me and she started crying her eyes out. She started bawling. And when I say bawling, she didn't just shed a tear or two. She was bawling her eyes out. And she said, "You're supposed to be dead." That's the first thing she said to me verbatim. "You're supposed to be dead. The devil wants you dead. You're not supposed to be here." And she just kept crying and crying. And just the prophecy behind everything she was saying. I don't remember everything she said word for word. But I'll never forget how she said it and how she came up to me crying and how she told me I was supposed to be dead. But how God was watching over me and how much he loved me. I'll never forget it. Never. And she had said some things that I do wish I remembered because they were spot on. They were real specific. And I remember certain things happening to me. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I think I was around 25, 26 at the time. I'm pretty sure that's when it was. But I remember so many things happening in my life, man. And so many times the devil actually trying to take me out. You know, I remember one time specifically where this one woman, man, she had issues with my girlfriend way before she was even my girlfriend. She had issues with her, so because I was dating her, she hated me just for being with her. So, and this woman, man, she had no class, no style, no couth, no nothing, man. She was pregnant at the time, right? And I remember she tried to hit my ex-girlfriend with the car. She tried to hit her with a minivan, and she ran off. My ex ran off and whatever. And one day I was walking to the store in the wintertime and she seen me. She turned the van around. Now she went around the block and she tried to hit me with her van. And when I say she was inches away from hitting me, she was inches away from hitting me. And the only thing that stopped her from hitting me was her car got stuck in the snow. That's the only thing that stopped her from hitting me. She was inches from hitting me, and she was really trying to. She was really trying to run me over, and she would have. But her car got stuck in the snow because she ran up over the curb. And she went into the yard, into this little yard by this apartment complex. And it was kind of like downhill, a small little hill. And she got stuck going down. Her van got stuck. She had to get her van towed out of there afterwards. You can't see people think of stuff like that and they're like, "Oh man, you got lucky." Nah, ain't no luck about it, man. Stuff like that don't just happen. I have angels protecting me. When that woman said, and just so many other times, man, and I don't want to speak too long on this right now, but I just wanted to mention this. There's so many other things that happened in my life where it made me think like, yeah, man, the devil has really been trying to take me out my whole freaking life, man. And it was just so powerful the way she walked up to me, not knowing nothing about me. You know what I mean? For all this woman knew about me was, you know, maybe my life was perfect. Maybe I ain't nothing ever happened to me. You know what I mean? We all go through things. You know what I'm saying? That's inevitable. We all go through hardships sometimes and have difficulties. But for her to say that specifically, and the thing she said specifically, and come up to me crying because she felt the pain in her soul of the things I went through, because God revealed that to her. How could another person know that? We're all connected, but not many people can. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, man, and it's all through God. So when she came up to me crying, man, that really hit me, man, and it made me think of things like that, and how that woman tried to hit me with a car, but God protected me. God saved me. Her car got stuck in the snow out of nowhere, man. You know what I mean? Like the way it got stuck, it was so weird. Like it shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like it should have never happened. The car should have never got stuck in the weirdest position, and she could not get it out. She could not move her car, and she tried. And I'm thinking in my mind, I just turned around and I just looked at her. Because a part of me wanted to rip that door open and do something really bad. And I just looked at her for a minute, and I thought about, thank God I did. And I'm like, okay. Because I think, man, even in situations like that where it's fast acting, I always think. And I just looked at her and I'm like, you're pregnant. You're a woman, you're pregnant. You didn't succeed in what you just tried to do. You're going to learn your lesson one day. You know, so I just walked away. You know what I mean? Because she kept trying, and her friend was in the passenger seat. And when I looked at her like that, I think she knew, all right, you better back off, because her friend had to stop her. Her friend was like, no, stop. Because that whole situation could have turned ugly, but I thank God that it didn't. And I wanted to share that with y'all, man, because that stuff be on my mind, man. And I want to share that. I want to share what God did for me in my life, because it's a beautiful thing what he did do for me, and all the things he done for me in my life, man, and all things he continue to do, because God is truly amazing. That's all there is to it, you know. God got these things happen in my life for a reason, man, and I would be wrong to not talk about it and not share them things, and how God saved me, and God's love, and how it's so beautiful and so real. So I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, man.